Welcome back to the news at 10. It is another January 27th, the 12th year remembrance of the Ikeja Army Cantonment bomb blast that killed over 1,000 people in the swampy area of Okeafa in Ejibo Local Government Council Development Area in Lagos. Well, this year, however, the state government has promised a link road from Ejibo to Ajawa Estate for the residents. Commissioning the road, Governor Babatunde Fashola accused the federal government of not showing concern about the community most affected by the blast. Our correspondent, Loretta Chiogo, reports.
Today brings back nostalgia. The yearly call at the tomb at Okeafa in the Isolo area of Lagos moves to the site where the Tinubu government made a promise to residents of Ejibo, who were the worst hit in the Ikeja Cantonment bomb blast.
Those people died an avoidable death. It was because a national government led by the PDP failed to do its duties. There is no other excuse by it. Now, that was their responsibility to manage bombs, to manage explosives, and to look after the Nigerian military. They dropped the bomb. But since then, what has happened? They have pretended as if nothing was wrong. So we have gone into the cantonment in Ikeja and rebuilt the schools that were damaged so that learning can continue. We have also gone into the cantonment to rebuild the hospital to serve the community there because they are members of our community. In the same vein, my predecessor promised you then that a bridge will be built to link Ejibo to Ajawa Estate. I have come here today to fulfill that promise.
A large portion of the Ikeja Cantonment may have been handed to some investors, which is now known as the Arena Shopping Mall. The rebuilding process of the houses burnt down in the cantonment is moving on a rather slow pace. It's 12 years down the line since the bomb blast disaster. The Lagos State government looks to be the only one visibly responding to an incident it never caused. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
First Bank, truly the first.
Audrey Rogers joins us now. She has business news.
Thank you so much, Shamachi. The Premier Bank in West Africa and Nigeria's largest financial services group, FBN Holdings PLC, has added another feather to its cap. FBN Holdings today unveiled a refreshed corporate identity for the entire group, including all its subsidiaries. It's part of the company's celebration of its 120 years in existence and to solidify its position as the leading financial services group in Nigeria. Our correspondent, Bisi Koka, reports.
Founded in 1894 by Sir Alfred Jones as the Bank for British West Africa, the lender, now known as FBN Holdings, started out as a small operation in the office of Elder Dempster and Company in Lagos. 120 years later, it has experienced phenomenal growth, and that's why partners, investors, the media, friends and customers are gathered to witness the beginning of a new era for the banking group.
The refreshed identity will preserve us, or rather, will preserve our heritage as a group and as a brand, while making us as an institution and as a group more appealing to more diverse market segments beyond our traditional retail
mass markets. What we have witnessed today is this generation playing its own role and playing its own part in the evolution and future transformation of an iconic institution that has always reserved the bragging rights.
The head, Marketing and Corporate Communications, Folake Anunumuni, sheds light on the significance of the refreshed corporate identity of FBN Holdings.
We felt the body of the elephant actually truly was made up of our people. Hence the reason why you now find that the main FBN Holdings, First Bank, FBN Mortgages, FBN Capital, FBN Bank UK, all want to form the body of the elephant, because that's really who we are.
The new corporate logo has been designed to ensure that the FBN Group continues to be at the forefront of the African financial services industry as it gets closer to celebrating 120 years of its existence.
We have taken the current brand of First Bank, which is a symbol of strength and dynamism, and we have actually reinforced that brand in a way that has made it more appealing to a broader base of our customers across many markets that we serve.
For over a century, First Bank has solidified itself as a brand of fortitude, strength and innovation in the Nigerian financial sector and remains determined to continue to provide the best financial services to its growing customers. BC Koka, Channels Television News.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has lifted the restriction on the amount of dollars banks can sell to bureau de change outlets. It's part of a move by the Apex Bank to narrow the gap between the official foreign exchange rate and the parallel market. The CBN limited the amount of dollars that bureau de change firms can buy from banks to $250,000 a week in September to curb demand for the U.S. currency. This resulted in the Naira trading weaker in the secondary markets than at the official U.S. dollar auction. Speaking of which, the Naira fell 1.7% to its weakest in 4 months against the dollar on Monday. The Naira closed at 162.50 to the dollar, down from 160.5 at the previous day's close. Intraday, it had fallen as low as 163.35 to the dollar before coming back up. The Central Bank of Nigeria wants the Naira to remain within a trading band of 150 to 160 Naira to the dollar. Nigeria's all-share index dropped 0.64% on Monday to close at 41,650 points, while Bolaji Akinwale takes us through a summary of the trading session.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The first trading day of the week recorded some level of price correction after the key index dropped 0.64% to close at 41,650.14 basis points. The benchmark index slipped despite the appreciation of blue chips like Dangote Cement, which added 2 Naira 15 kobo to its share price. Also, Okomo Oil and Nascon were in the price gainers list, adding 76 kobo and 35 kobo each. On the flip side, Nestle lost 14 Naira, followed by Zenith Bank, Noble and Ashaka Cement with 1 Naira 20 kobo, 1 Naira and 98 kobo in that order. The volume chart was led by Sky Bank, Transcorp and Zenith Bank. The total volume of shares for Monday stood at 355.1 million units, valued at 3.822 billion Naira, and exchanged by investors in 5,580 deals. And that's a quick check on the day's closing figures. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
Thank you, Balaji. That's it on Business News on the News at 10. Amarachi returns in just a moment.
truly the first.
The Anambra State government's policy of supporting mission institutions, especially in the areas of healthcare and education, is aimed at achieving the Millennium Development Goals. This was confirmed by Governor Peter Obi, who says it is a major priority for his administration. The governor donated 230 million naira to 2 mission hospitals and the Tangian Mission University in the state for the upgrade of infrastructure.
Before committing funds to the benefiting projects, Governor Peter Obi first visits the Tangian Mission University in Oyi local government area. The governor's visit coincides with the Catholic mission-owned university's 7th matriculation ceremony.
It was not only this place. The rest of the place was a forest. So I thank God that we're here today.
Since his visit is directly linked with infrastructure upgrade at the institution, Governor Obi goes hands-on by laying the foundation stone for a new hostel. Then he presents a check of 100 million naira for the completion of the project and also donates vehicles.
For the boss, our commitment to education to us is total, and we support all the field of education.
From education, the Anambra State governor turns his attention to healthcare with a visit to Iseke, a rural community in Ihiala local government area. There, the governor also facilitates the construction and equipping of a maternal and child health center at St. Luke's Hospital.
You can see that the work has commenced. It's not just a mere promise. And we are grateful to His Excellency and the government of Anambra State for this very important project, which is for the service of humanity.
And for the St. Joseph's Hospital in Anocha local government, it's the upgrade of the facility to international standard, where the governor makes another donation to the delight of the nurses. With the missions as government's partners in progress, it appears, no stone is being left unturned in efforts at realizing the Millennium Development Goals of quality education and healthcare in Anambra State.
Well, still ahead on the news at 10, Manchester United unveils a Spanish midfielder, Juan Mata, after a £37 million move from Chelsea. Stay with us, it's on Sports News.